Hello friend, looking to play Mage in Terraria 1.4 but no idea on where to start? Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Zuzucorn's Mage Progression Guide, where I show you a recommended boss and gear progression so that you can have a nice, easy time on your own. I'm Zuzucorn and I aim to entertain you, encourage you and offer you a place to call home. So subscribe now and join the Zuzucorn family. Before we start, we have to have a disclaimer here. I need to tell you that there's no sole way of playing Terraria, and this is especially so for mages because there are just so many weapons out there, and so many of them are viable to some extent, so just use what you like. I'm simply giving you a recommendation for a smooth experience. This video summarizes the entire game, but if you need detailed tips and advice, check out my complete Mage Progression Guide. So let's go. If you're new to Mage, I really recommend you to go with Corruption, because the Valthorn is much more beginner friendly compared to the Crimson Rod. We can also get Ichor in a corrupt world now, so no worries about that. Like every other Terraria journey, start off by cutting down trees and building a house. Your house has to be fully walled, have a table and a chair, and a light source as well. Building houses allow NPCs to move in, which are really important, so get building. Craft some wood armor if you can. It helps out especially if you're in expert mode like I am. Explore the surface as much as you can. If you're lucky, you can find a Wand of Sparking, which is your first horrible mage weapon. Go underground as well and look for explosives. You need some bombs or dynamite to get the Demolitionist to move in, and he's really important. Explore the world, get some life crystals to increase your maximum health to 400. Craft the gem staff if you find enough gems underground. These are a pretty solid starting weapon, especially if you can get your hands on the Ember Staff. Collect Fallen Stars and make Mana Stars as well, to increase your maximum mana. Wait for the Demolitionist to move in, then buy as many bombs as you can reasonably afford. Venture into the Corruption or Crimson, and use these bombs to mine and blow up the Shadow Orbs, for a chance at getting a Valthorn. If you're in Crimson World, you'll be aiming for a Crimson Rod. If you're unlucky like me and can't find one, you can also enter the jungle to farm for components of the Jungle Armor, a really solid pre-Hardmode Mage armor set. This requires 10 stingers, 2 vines and 32 jungle spores. It will be a bit of a grind, but it's worth it. Don your chic new armor and continue your hunt for your Valthorn. It's also worthy to note that every third orb destroyed will summon the Eater of Worlds or the Brain of Cthulhu. Just use a recall potion and leave to despawn it. Getting a Valthorn is of utmost importance now. Finally, find your Valthorn, then get ready to face the Eater of Worlds. The Eater of Worlds is a relatively simple boss, and the Valthorn just makes it a breeze thanks to its piercing properties. You can try this without a Valthorn, but for the smoothest experience, a Valthorn is great. After defeating the Eater of Worlds, wait for a meteor to fall and mine it up. Just be careful, because touching the meteorite will burn you, and the meteor heads will be a problem as well. Smelt the meteor ore into bars and craft the ever OP meteor armor set and the space gun. The meteor armor set gives you moderate defense and allows you to shoot the space gun at 0 mana cost. With this, you'll be able to absolutely destroy the rest of pre-hard mode. If you're in expert mode like I am, I only recommend you to take down the Eye of Cthulhu after you've obtained the meteor set, especially if you want the smoothest fights with the highest chance of winning. You can probably defeat him anytime you want on normal worlds. Then take down Skeletron for dungeon access, which opens up the possibility of new magic weapons just like the water bolts or the magic missile. If you're lucky enough to get a travelling merchant to spawn, and be even luckier to have him sell a Grey Zappinator, just get that. The Grey Zappinator is one of the most broken pre-hard mode mage weapons out there. Using it might feel clunky, but it's pretty crazy and also costs 0 mana with the space gun. Find a nature's gift in the jungle by breaking a blue flower if you do see one. Then craft some normal mana potions using 2 lesser ones and a glowing mushroom. Combine the 2 at a Tinkerer's Workshop, which is bought from the Goblin Tinkerer after you've defeated a Goblin invasion. The mana flower accessory you obtain allows you to automatically drink mana potions when you run out. This is an amazing accessory that's a huge quality of life improvement. However, do note that drinking mana potions decrease your damage for a short period of time, so you can't rely on it too much. Take down the Bee Queen for the bee gun if you like. which is great against the Wall of Flesh. Descend into the underworld and make a long bridge using planter boxes, which are bought from the Dryad. I recommend you to get a Cobalt Shield from the dungeon and combine it with an Obsidian Skull for the Obsidian Shield. Obsidian is obtained when water meets lava, so you'll probably come across it on the way to the underworld. Then craft some Obsidian Skin Potions using Obsidian, Fire Blossom, Water Leaf, and Bottled Water, and mine Hellstone from within the lava. Make sure you pick up a Hellforge as well to replace your furnace. Smelt the Hellstone ore with Obsidian to make Hellstone bars, and then make the Molten Pickaxe. If you can afford it, try making Magic Power Potions and Mana Regeneration Potions. These are essential for mages, so don't skip out on those if you can. Once ready, drop the Guide Voodoo Doll into lava and face the Wall of Flesh. There are lots of viable mage weapons to use here, but the Zappinator, Bee-Gun, Space Gun, or Water Bolt will be particularly effective. Once you defeat the Wall of Flesh and enter hard mode, look for a spider biome and hunt the Black Pre-Cultist for a chance at the Poison Staff. This is a really solid early hard mode magic weapon, which will really help you defeat the much tougher enemies. If you find a wizard around, make sure to free him and unlock him too. You need him later on. If you don't want the Poison Staff, you can try your luck with fishing in the hollowed biome. There's a 1% chance to fish up the Crystal Serpent, which is another great magic weapon. If fishing's not your thing, you can try killing light mummies for light shards. Once you've collected your light shards, use the Pawn Hammer to destroy some demon altars to spawn in hard mode ores. Use the Molten Pick to mine the first tier of Cobalt or Palladium, then make the first tier pick. Then go for the second tier of Mithril or Orichalcum. Make the Orichalcum Anvil to replace your old anvil to unlock hard mode crafting. Then craft the Sky Fracture using the Magic Missile, 2 light shards, and 16 Souls of Light. To prepare for the mechanical bosses, buy lots of greater mana potions from the wizard. You can get a crystal ball as well. It's a crafting station, and it also gives you a magic power buff when you click on it. Head over to your Dryad and place Graves down to create a graveyard biome. She will sell seeds of the opposite world evil, so get your Crimson seeds and corrupt a nice area of your world. While the Crimson is spreading, head over to an ice biome while it's raining to take down the elusive Ice Golem. It's a challenging enemy, but it can be cheesed from inside a safe area like so. Obtain the Ice Feather at a 33% chance, then head over to a Sky Island to face off against the Wyvern. This enemy is pretty tough as well, but piercing weapons work really well against it. Defeat a few to obtain Souls of Flight, then craft the Frozen Wings at the hard mode anvil. At this point, you can make any armor you want if you have the spare ore for it. We will transition to hollowed armor pretty soon, so you don't have to be super particular to get titanium armor for example. Also, make sure you craft the headpiece that boosts magic damage. Farm Ichor stickers in your artificially created Crimson biome for Ichor and Souls of Night. Then meet your local magic man to buy a spell tome. Head over to a bookcase, yes, a bookcase, and craft the Golden Shower using the tome, Ichor, and Souls of Night. This is a great magic weapon that lowers the defense of your enemies, which helps a lot for the mechanical bosses. If you didn't find any, you can also manually craft the summoning totems for the mechanical bosses. I would recommend going for the twins first, but if those are too hard, any of them will do. The twins are ideal because of the Souls of Sight though. If you wish, you can also challenge the Hollowed Mimic for a Crystal Vial Shard, a Valthorn upgrade that ignores enemy defense. Summon the twins at night and face off in a duel to the death. If you have a nice arena, the fight shouldn't be too difficult. And lucky for you, I have an easy arena guide right here, so check it out if you want to. Just make sure you inflict the Ichor debuff regularly for maximum damage output, and take down Spasmodism first before Retinazer. Claim your loot once you emerge victorious. Craft the magical harp using a harp from your magic man, crystal shards, Souls of Night, and the Souls of Sight from the twins. This is a wonderful magic weapon that pierces infinitely. You can also control the speed of the projectile by moving your mouse nearer or further from your character. The magical harp absolutely shreds the destroyer, so take it down. It will probably be a breeze, as long as you deal with the probes ASAP. Finally, take down Skeletron Prime, the last and final mechanical boss. Craft the Pickaxe Axe using hollowed bars and one of each soul, and also the hollowed armor set. Enter the jungle to farm Chlorophyte, this shiny green metal here, and you'll need lots of it, Also, hunt for life roots to increase your max health to 500. Grab a handful of tier 3 ore as well, which is adamantite or titanium. Craft the adamantite forge using your ore and the hellforge, then smelt the chlorophyte into bars. Upgrade the poison staff into the venom staff, which is a huge improvement. The venom staff deals more damage, has higher range, and is a solid weapon all the way to the lunatic cultist. Locate a Plantera bulb and blow up a huge area of the jungle near it. Place a couple rows of platforms for your arena and light it up, adding all the necessary boosts like campfires or heart lanterns. Break the bulb and face Plantera. With a weapon like the venom staff, Plantera should be a breeze. The damage output, the damage over time, and the piercing properties are just too good for this boss. Just circle around her and blast her into oblivion. After defeating Plantera, enter the upgraded dungeon and farm ectoplasm. Dungeon spirits spawn from enemies above a certain amount of health, so kill those for ectoplasm. If you find new weapons here, feel free to use them if you wish. Farm for black belts and tabi as well, from the bone lees. Then craft spectre bars using the chlorophytes and ectoplasm. Then use those to craft the spectre armor set. This armor set comes with 2 helmets. The spectre mask deals extra damage, while the spectre hood reduces your damage, but allows you to heal. What people like to do is to put one in your vanity slot, then swap out whenever you need to. If you can only make one, I recommend making the mask. Make the tiger climbing gear with climbing claws and shoe spikes. Then, craft the master ninja gear by combining that with the black belt and the tabi. This is an amazing accessory that gives you dodge chance and a really long dash. Feel free to make spectre wings as well if you didn't manage to get any wing upgrades. For more details, you can check out this video. I recommend challenging the Frost Moon for 2 awesome mage weapons. We have the Razor Pine, a high DPS weapon from the Everscream. The damage output from the Razor Pine is one of the highest of all the magic weapons, and it will make taking down bosses a breeze. You can also get the Blizzard Staff, a high damage upgrade of the Meteor Staff. A wonderful weapon here that can summon icicles to rain down from the sky, although the Ice Queen is relatively harder to defeat. With the Venom Staff or the Razor Pine however, it shouldn't be an issue. Enter the Jungle Temple with a wire cutter and deactivate all the traps. Enter Golem's chamber and build a row of platforms near the top. Then summon Golem and destroy him while running along the top here. There's not much to get from him other than a pick saw if you want to mine the temple bricks. Take down Duke Fishron for the Fishron wings or the Empress of Light for the Empress wings. If you get lucky, you may also get the Stellar Tube, another sweet magic weapon. Or maybe you might get a Night Glow, which is really strong as well. Cheese the Martian Saucer using the Blizzard Staff for the Cosmic Car Key. You can also use the Laser Machine Gun or the Charged Blaster Cannon too, if you get one. If you need help, well, here you go. Use the UFO mount to take down the Lunatic Cultist. Circling around him allows you to dodge almost everything, so just fire your weapons at it. Trigger the Lunar events by defeating the cultist, and head over to the Nebula Pillar first. The pillar's shield drops after defeating a set amount of enemies, so just keep it up. Once you get it down, claim the Nebula Fragments and craft the Nebula Blaze. You can make the Arcanum if you want, but I do think that the Blaze is much better for the Moonlord, but I won't stop you from making the other one. Take down 2 of the remaining 3 pillars and don't forget to claim the fragments as well. Once done, make a long row of asphalt across the world as your Moonlord arena. Once ready, take down the last and final pillar. Once the last pillar goes down, the Moonlord will spawn in 1 minute. I recommend making some super healing potions as well, because these heal 200 health each. Once the screen flashes, run on the asphalt to create distance and blast away at the Moonlord. He has 3 eyes, and once all 3 eyes are out, the core will open. All you need to do is try to get all 3 eyes out at roughly the same time, and make sure to fly over the Moonlord when the Phantasmal Death Ray is fired. Just look out for the charging particles and prepare. Fishron or Empress Wings make dodging this much easier. Soon the Moonlord's core will open and you can hit it directly. Eventually, the Moonlord will fall and you have completed your mage journey. I'll actually show you an alternative method, but let me briefly go through some accessories that I recommend. It would be good if you have an emblem, the Master Ninja gear, wings, the Ankh Obsidian shield, and the Mana Flower upgrade line. Anyway, an alternative method would be using the soaring insignia from the Expert Empress of Light. This gives you much more freedom to dodge and navigate, and the technique is basically the same. So congratulations, you have completed your mage journey in Terraria. But your journey has just begun. There are so many new things to check out and new classes to try, so all the best. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon too, for more Terraria guides and coverage. This has been Zuzucorn Games. Have a nice day, and have a great week ahead. Bye bye!